Am I the asshole for not picking up my dirty underwear off my bedroom floor first thing? I, 22 female, live with my grandma and brother, 20 male. Well, more they live with my husband and my husband works full-time. As well as like 20% of the chores. I'm a stay-at-home mom aside from occasional DoorDash, so I do the other 80% of chores. My grandma does all the laundry. My brother does nothing. I had some major complications during my last labor that has left a few forever issues. One of them being a lot more discharge than normal. I change my underwear every time I use the bathroom due to it. During the day I put them straight into the laundry bin. I don't have a bin in my room. I just take stuff straight to the laundry room, but at night I just throw them on the floor. I try to pick them up right away the next morning, but mornings with a 3 and 1 year old are very busy and picking up the clothes gets pushed back. My brother doesn't have a bedroom. He sleeps on the couch. He doesn't have a job. He can have a room when he can help pay the rent on a bigger place. He doesn't do any chores around the house. Sometimes he will play with the boys. He wakes up around 4 or 5 p.m. I'm not sure when he goes to bed, but he's asleep at 9 a.m. when the kids get up. It doesn't take long before they wake him up and he goes to my room to sleep on the floor. Today when he went in there to sleep, he was only in there for a couple minutes and then he comes out telling me, I need to start picking up my underwear because it's gross and it's not fair that he has to do it. I do agree it's gross and unfair. I definitely wouldn't want to pick up someone else's dirty underwear, and I will admit mine are extra gross. But I also think it's unfair that my adult brother is living with me with no job and sleeping on my floor in the middle of the day. Even if he were to do the bare minimum and start sleeping at night instead of the day, he wouldn't have to deal with it. It's my bedroom and I don't understand why I shouldn't be allowed to leave stuff on the floor if that's what I want to do. My husband doesn't have any problem with it and he actually has to deal with it. I edit cause the comments are coming faster than I can read. 1. I did use liners for a while, but this is something that has been going on for over a year and will never stop. I just can't stand the feeling of the liners anymore. Even the thinnest ones cause blisters. 2. He's living with me cause there's no one else. He dealing with some really bad depression that's lead to why he doesn't have a job. He talks about all the things he's gonna do but he doesn't follow through. I have been trying to help him but I'm also very busy and have my own mental crap to deal with, but I have been promising to help him get a job and haven't. He's 20, but he acts 16. It only took a few comments for me to realize that I am being petty and there are larger problems here that need to be worked on. One more fast ad. I don't leave it sitting around all day or let it pile up like crazy. I get the kids up at 9, we eat breakfast, get dressed, brush teeth and read a book. Our nighttime routine is very bad, so that book in the morning is very essential. That stuff takes about 1.5 maybe 2 hours. Then I go gather up all my clothes. It's just too busy in the morning for that to be one of the first things I do. Info. Why are you allowing your deadbeat brother live in your house? Not the asshole, your brother needs to get his act together. Not the asshole. Tell him if he doesn't like it he can stop going in and sleeping in your bedroom floor during the day and get his ass out and look for a job and a doctor to help him with his depression. He needs to get that under control or he's never going to leave. Not the asshole. It sounds like you're doing the best you can, and he can either sleep during the night, or move your underwear out of the way if he wants to sleep on your floor. Better yet, he can get a job and his own place to live. You're correct about your brother's lack of contribution to the household and all related points. But once you say he can live there, that's largely a binary decision when it comes to the very basic expectations of cleaning up after yourself, so those should still apply. Now if his ask were anything but the basics, e.g. different food, decorations, etc., that would be a different story. Am I the asshole for not allowing my mill to watch my son? So little backstory. Me and my mother-in-law, always had a rocky relationship. To keep the story short, his mom is a narcissist. Everything is everyone else's fault, she can do no wrong. She even makes things up claiming you did things or said things that never happened. She hates the relationship I have with his dad and stepmom. I have numerous examples but it would make the post miles long. The main point of this story is that my mill has numerous health problems including but not limited to arthritis and MS, multiple sclerosis. She also has had multiple surgeries in the past couple years. She claims her son, my husband, has to come over weekly to help with small tasks, walking the dogs, changing cat's litter box, organizing her medication, changing her diabetic sensor, etc. She can't do stairs, she can't bend over to pick things up, and some days she even needs a cane to walk around. Apparently when my husband brings my son over to her house, she refuses to come to ours because our stairs and refusing to allow me over to her house, whole other story. My husband has to hand my 2-year-old son to her cause she can't lift him from the ground due to her MS and him being a big boy. Well, about 9 months ago my son's nanny went on maternity leave, and so I had my parents and my husband's dad and stepmom take days to watch him weekly. Example, my parents got him Monday, Wednesday, and his dad, stepmom got him Thursday, Friday, just until the nanny came back. Well, I told my husband not to tell his mom and let her assume my parents were going to watch him all week due to his mom's extreme hate towards his dad and stepmom. Well, my husband did not listen and told her, which I was right. She was extremely mad, then demanded that she wanted to have a day watching my son. Yes, me and my husband do not get along anymore thanks to his mom, whole other story. I refused. I stated that there's no way she could watch him with her health issues. At the time my son was 1 year old, walking around climbing stairs, and overall a klutz. I told my husband no, because if our son fell and got hurt, his mom would not be able to pick him up and help him. My husband, who always tries to make his mom happy, saw nothing wrong with his mom watching him because it would make her happy and basically shut her up. After I stood my ground and still said no, he went to his mom claiming I said no because she would hurt him, which is not what I said. When I confronted my husband, he said, "Well, it's the same thing." Now his mom is claiming I'm the scum of the world, constantly talking bad to my husband about me, which is affecting me and my husband's relationship, and she's going so far to spread lies about me. My husband likes to keep everything she says from me, but then tells his mom everything I say. But I'm wondering if I'm the asshole for not letting her watch my son some days just to appease her, even though she can't properly care for him with her health issues. Your husband is the asshole. He should marry his mommy instead. Not the asshole. As a grandmother who watches my grandchildren, 3 months and 2 years old, it is work. You don't sit in a chair and watch them. If I did that, they would be dead. As a dad, not the asshole. Your responsibility is to your son's safety first and foremost. If she isn't healthy enough to watch him, don't let her. Not the asshole. But you have a husband problem just as big as your mill issue. Not the asshole. If she can't lift him on her own, how on earth can she be left alone with him? I hope your husband soon has a moment of clarity. Am I the asshole for not giving my mom money to buy a monkey? Edited to add, never fear friends, she won't be getting a monkey. It's just an all-around bad idea, I know. But she just sent another couple hundred in Walmart gift cards to another Facebook monkey breeder who is definitely on the up and up. Oof. Will it ever end? She did it in secret too, but my dad told me. He said when this one turns out to be a scam, and we know it will, he knows he's going to have to put his foot down, but none of us are excited about the tantrum that will follow. A lot of you think she should be worked up for dementia. While I am not totally disagreeing, I don't really think that's what's going on here. But maybe, I am not a doctor, so it's probably worth a thought. She is a sweet person for the most part, but is an absolute narcissist. I think she might be bipolar, but she refuses to believe that, and as such, is not medicated. This is not new, BTW. This has been going on all my life, 35 years, at the very least. My brother is in his 50s, so we did not grow up together, and I've never asked him about his childhood with her. Probably should do that. She does have a boatload of grand and great-grandchildren, but is only really close to my kids, and we live several states away. She has a teeny tiny dog that is her baby. My dad has an outdoor cat, but she hates cats, so I'm surprised she hasn't dumped him in a field somewhere like she did with my cats. Yes, more than one, when I was a kid. Anyway, I think I am going to look into the monkey dolls. I know they are obscenely expensive, but I think that is a much better option. She has hundreds of dolls, but a monkey doll might at least make her smile for a little while. Pretty sure I am not the asshole, but this is so ridiculous that I feel I need reassurance. My mom is in her mid-70s, not in super great health, and is obsessed with baby monkeys. She wants a pet monkey so bad, so she keeps trying to find one for sale on Facebook. Of course, she's been scammed like 20 times since Christmas. Our entire family and I have all told her she isn't going to find a legitimate monkey breeder on Facebook who is willing to accept $300 for a baby monkey. However, she won't listen and instead says, "This one is on the up and up, every single time." I'm to the point where I don't even want to argue, so I just tell her I hope she's right. Before you lose your minds, we've already gone down the whole monkeys are not pets road, but that didn't stick. Anyway, here's where we are right now. My dad, also mid-70s, had emergency surgery on Monday and was just released from the hospital today, Thursday. On the way to pick him up, Mom called me talking to me again about this monkey and how she saved $350 for it, but had to use $120 of it to fix the lawnmower and probably needs to spend the rest on my dad's newly prescribed medication, so she can't buy her monkey this weekend like she planned. She didn't ever outright ask for money, but I told her I felt awful and would buy her a monkey if I could afford it, but right now wasn't a great time as we just had to pay our federal taxes. Later, I get this message from her saying she's so sorry for being selfish and asking for money. How she's never asked anyone for a dime, and it's hurt so bad that she can't even borrow $200 from me. I told her I didn't remember her asking for money but apologized if I made her feel weird by telling her I'd buy it for her if I could. No response. Moments later, I get messages from my brother and little sister at the same time pretty much describing exactly what I just went through with her. Little sister feels awful and offered to buy her one from a reputable breeder in Florida. Brother is beyond pissed as he just had to shell out all kinds of money after a car accident, so he's annoyed she is so upset over a monkey. Too long did not read. My elderly mother wants a monkey, but my siblings and I just don't want her to keep getting scammed. She's sending us all the same guilt trip messages trying to make it sound like she's apologizing, but that's not what she really means. Are we the assholes for not buying her a monkey? Not the asshole, but what's your mom's brain health look like? She doesn't sound entirely rational anymore, and this may be the beginnings of needing to restrict her access to certain things. Not the asshole, do you have a local zoo? If so, I'd check if they have an adoption package. If they do adopt her a monkey, then take a family trip to visit her monkey. Is she suffering from anything such as dementia or Alzheimer's? It seems very odd for a right-minded adult to go to such lengths for a pet monkey. Not the asshole. A friend's mother had pet monkeys her whole life. Unfortunately, her mom isn't doing well these days and had to move in with her. Monkeys require lots of care and really shouldn't be pets. Is there a zoo pass you could set her up with so she can see monkeys more regularly? How the hell is it even legal to just buy a monkey for a pet?